So let's talk for just a minute about what we refer to as our mantra. These are the 5 things you want to do while the patient's in the office. Don't let the patient get out of the office without doing all 5 of these things. So let's talk about them for just a second. What we often see in practices is that they're losing patients over the course of a year. The light blue bars are patients that are disappearing out of the practice. That's attrition. The dark blue bars are new patients coming into the practice. So if you look at the end of a year for this practice, they've lost almost 100 patients. The practice is growing, but it's growing smaller. That's not what we want. So what should we do about this? We work so hard to get new patients in the office, and yet it's so hard to get them back in if they leave without an appointment. We just wave to them goodbye. So don't do that. Schedule their next appointment while they're in the office. It's equally hard to collect money from a patient once they leave the office. You can send them a zillion statements, but it's very hard to get that money. Do it face-to-face while they're in the office. Now, both these things require the whole office. These are not front office tasks. These are everybody. How can the front office make the next appointment if they don't know what's going to be done at that next appointment? So that's the job of the chairside, the hygienist, and the doctor. Same if the front desk doesn't really know what you did today and didn't know in advance what you were going to do today, how are they going to collect the money? So this is a team effort. These 2 things are extremely important, but they take everybody participating in order to get this to happen. How about emails and cell phones? Offices are pretty good nowadays about getting the cell phones, but not quite so good about getting emails. We need both. The way we're doing web scheduling and open dental now makes it important to have both those pieces of information. Look, we got a hole in the schedule. What do you do about it? Well, you can get on the phone and play telephone tag with patients or send them texts and so forth. But it's really much easier if you just right mouse click on there and go to text the ASAP list. And then I can select patients from my recall list, my planned appointment list, my unscheduled list, and my ASAP list, and send those patients a text and an email offering that appointment. A few mouse clicks, and then the patient does the work. The patient fills the appointment for you. Much better than the old way of doing it. But you need to get both the email and the cell phone to make that work. We even have a little handout here for patients to explain how your office is so modern, how they don't need to hitch up the buggy and go down to make an appointment in person at the dental office. The telephone was better, but this is better yet. This is a modern way to do it over the internet. So here's a handout that sort of explains this process to the patient and also makes you seem like a pretty modern office, which you are. And we will customize this for you once you start using the web scheduling. The other thing you can do with this, besides use it as a handout, is use it as an email blast, and we can help you do that if you want. So all your patients get this. Good thing to do. However, you can't send an email blast if you didn't get the email addresses. Now, the last thing here is to get the referral source. You need to know where the new patients are coming from. You want to be sure and thank any patient that sent you another patient, but you also need to know how your website is doing for new patients. Are you paying for SEO? Are you getting your money's worth? Maybe we need to take a look at that. You can't tell if you don't track the referral source. How about your marketing? How about the ad that you put in the little flyer? Is that working for you? You don't know if you don't track the referral source. So lots of reasons to do that. You need to do all these things. Before the patient leaves the office, schedule the next appointment, collect their patient portion, and get their email, cell phone, and make sure you got their referral source in there. The bottom line is that practices that do these 5 things routinely, that follow the mantra, do much better than practices that don't. You need to be organized around these 5 things to really make your office more productive and to deliver better patient care.